Peter, many concerns, many questions tonight out of the White House, and we were seeing these pictures from the Situation Room where the president, along with the Secretary of Defense and the Joint Chief of Staff, as well as the foreign minister, I should say, but it's really the Secretary of State of the United States, in the moments previous to and during this mission. What more can we expect out of the White House?
Well, we do know what's going to be interesting is that President Trump is scheduled to leave early next week for NATO, where he will come face-to-face with some of America's European allies. So this will obviously be at the top of that conversation. It comes just days after the president abruptly departed halfway through his visit with many other allies when he was in Canada as part of the G7 that was taking place there, the group of 7 leaders that were gathering together there. I'd want to give you some updates. We heard from the president moments ago. We are now hearing some of the reaction to the president's words, and among the concerns, obviously, right now for all Americans, certainly for this administration, is the potential for some form of retaliation. Moments ago, we just heard from Kristi Noem, of course, the Secretary for the Department of Homeland Security. She said, "We will work unceasingly to protect the American homeland." She writes, "Thank you, President Trump." Separately, we are hearing from Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, a leading Democrat right now, who is reacting strongly to the president's comments and saying, in effect, that his strikes today amount to grounds for impeachment. Let me read in part what we're hearing from her in the form of a statement saying the president's, in her words, disastrous decision to bomb Iran without authorization is a grave violation of the Constitution. And she says the congressional war powers. He has, in her words, impulsively risked launching a war that may ensnare us for generations. She adds, it is absolutely and clearly grounds for impeachment. And then finally, separately, we are hearing from the Israeli ambassador to the United Nations, who writes in part, "Thank you, Donald Trump." And he adds, "Today, President Trump proved that never again is not just a slogan, it is a policy." Obviously, the idea of never again following the Holocaust, where 6 million Jews lost their lives, many across the Jewish community worldwide, and certainly in Israel, viewed Iran. Bibi Netanyahu, Prime Minister Netanyahu, has communicated this many times, that the Iranians' desire was to annihilate the Jewish state there, in effect, a repeat of the Holocaust. So that's the view as we are hearing from the Israelis. We will get more information specifically about what happened, perhaps a bit more of the TikTok as they can share it from the head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, who is going to be speaking tomorrow morning alongside the Defense Secretary, Pete Hegseth, who joined the president, as we saw when he delivered those remarks earlier inside the residence here at the White House.
Peter Alexander at the White House, thank you so very much.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.